Or say, hey guys, it's Klaus. No time for intros today. It's straight to business. We got a lot of stuff to get through today. Pretty serious stuff. You know, you can't muck around with intros when you got important stuff. It's a 19-minute video. I've got 3 games to show you, and I've got 2 new tanks. 2 new tanks, and I always show you my first games when I get my new tanks. And the first one here is the LTG, Tier 7 Russian light tank. Look at this. I'm going to show you some gameplay. This is my first game in this thing. And like I said, I've got 2 new tanks, but I'm going to show you 3 games. I'm going to show you 3 games, all of Tier 7 light tanks. The LTG, which is this Russian one. Then I also got a new tank, the SP1C, the German Tier 7 light tank, and the American Tier 7, the T71 CM CD. And I've played about 3 or 4 games of that. So it's almost the first game in all 3 of them. We're going to compare. I'm not going to compare the French one because it's an all-loader. It plays completely differently. And I'm not going to compare the Chinese one because I don't have it. Okay, let's watch here. So I'm in a light tank. I'm in Tier 7. This is my first game in the LTG, and I'm top tier. Surprise, surprise. Now this thing, I mean all 3 of them that we're going to watch today, they're all fast, pretty much. They're all kind of small, and they all have good camo. And they all have, you know, the typical Tier 7 gun that's good when you're top tier and shit when you're bottom tier. There are some differences, though, like, for instance, this one, the LTG. Let me just flash the gun stats up on the screen there because it's important for you to just kind of keep that at the back of your mind. This one has the least accurate gun, okay? That 0.4, that's the dispersion. 0.4 dispersion, that means 0.4 meters dispersion at 100-meter range, 2.3 second aim time. The regular round's 144 pen, 180 damage. Okay. 0.4 dispersion. All right. Well, I haven't even checked out the dispersion. I have not fired the gun yet. And, oh, I got a little sliver there. No, I do not have a shot. I'm just trying to spot here, but I've got 0 spotting assist because sometimes in these low-tier games where you get Tier 6s and 7s, people like to rush around, get spotted right away, and muck around and die in the first 30 seconds. And I don't like to do that. I like to try not to die in the first 30 seconds. But now I realize this guy is isolated. Let's just auto-lock on his ass and shoot. Now he is very close, so my 0.4 dispersion does not matter. And I only managed 1 shot there. 1 shot. Oh well, did I get a little spotting assist? Yeah, I think I got, I don't know. Whatever. I've got almost nothing. But let's go. Oh, someone's shooting me, so I am spotted. Now, I should point out that all 3 of these tanks that I'm going to show you, the games today, they all have 3 skill crews, like pretty much fully 3 skills. Brothers in arms on all of them. Every single one I'm running consumables for that extra 10%. They're completely maxed out. On this, oh, look at this. He's in the open, no one's shooting him. Oh, 0.4 dispersion. He is at about 400 meters. So it looks like 0.4 dispersion per 100 meters. So at 400 meters, that would be like 1.6 meter dispersion. My shot didn't disperse that much. I hit him. 0.4 dispersion in Russian means, well, you're going to hit pretty much everything you aim at. Let's try and hit this little guy at 450 meters. I hit him, but I didn't penetrate him. He's like, how the hell did I not penetrate him? Let's just shoot him. Wow, that 0.4 dispersion is pretty... it's dispersing a lot, you can tell. The gun is, this is the weakness of this tank, is the gun is not very accurate, as you can see. So these long-range shots require some skill, or a 3-skill crew with consumables. Now, I'm running binocs on this because even with a 3-skill crew, and I think I've got situational awareness to increase my view range, and I've got everything. Brothers in arms. I've got the consumables, which increase your view range by another, 5%. I can still not get to the maximum view range with this thing. So if I put optics on it, the view range isn't that overwhelming. It's another weakness of the Russian one. So I've got the binocs on there because why not? Why not have the binocs to get myself over the maximum? Now let's try and take a shot at this tiger. Only a sliver of him. Hope that 0.4 dispersion kicks in. Yeah, it's doing pretty good for me. I'm spotted, but I don't care. Let's shoot him. Don't even see him. I hit him, but bounced. My 0.4 dispersion is really affecting my game style here. Let's go in. Let's use the speed. Let's shoot him on the move with .4 dispersion. Oh, we hit him. Oh, is he going to shoot me back? Are you going to actually shoot me? He's tracked me. Repair, repair. And now let's make him look foolish because I'm in a light tank and you're in a stupid heavy. Your turret cannot even turn as fast as my tank. Look at that. And, oh, what a shot by my artillery. Luckily, he missed me. Holy shit. That was a good shot, buddy. And now can we aim on this guy? Yeah, we bounced. Okay, let's just take some cover here. I'm starting to do a little bit of damage. This thing feels so good. It moves around fast. Look, shooting on the move. I'm hitting every shot. This thing feels great. And this is the first game. And I'm top tier, so, you know, it's been not so hard to look good. If I was bottom tier, it'd be a completely different story. And that's why I've got a lot of the APCR loaded, because I assume in a light tank, tier 7, you're going to be facing tier 9s, tier 8s all the time. And with the heavily armored tanks these days, if you roll out there with only 5 premium shells and you're bottom tier, well, 2/3 of your games are going to be just worthless. So this is the meta. This is what you got to do. And I love the light tanks because of the speed. This thing's just, it's so low and it feels so good when you're driving this thing. First impressions, I love it. And the reason I'm going back to get it is because it was added and I've never played it. First game, not so bad. It ends up being a victory. Let's have a quick look at the stats. Second class. Second class for 1,860 damage. That's not bad. And yeah, I mean, .4 dispersion didn't feel so bad. Well, let's move on to the SPIC, the SP1C, that German tank. And again, 3-skill crew. Running consumables. I've got the situational awareness and the same skills, same level crew, the camo paint, everything. And this is the German tier 7 light tank. First game, and let's take a shot with this thing. Let's take a shot with this thing. Oh, that one missed. That was my fault. I did not lead the shot. I'm not used to the slower shell or velocity on this thing. Let's post the gun stats on this thing just up on the screen here. It much better dispersion, 0.36 dispersion, and a better aim time, 2.2, higher pen, 158, and higher alpha. This is a much better gun, much better stats, and you'd expect that from a German tank. I have someone special on my team, a tier 9 light tank driven by a special player, and I guess he's upset at me because I'm sucking so far in this game. But I see a lot of enemies up there, and this guy's distracting me now. I guess he'd probably just like to rub up against me. Well, he's going away, that's okay. And I think he threw me off a bit here, and I did a little circle maneuver here. Let's get into this. Now, there's a lot of enemies out there, and I didn't want to play front line. There's no artillery for me to spot. Tell you the truth, I just suck. I'm just not doing very well in this game. I'm kind of confused. And I'm just trying to... Okay, let's try and get a shot on... They're all behind cover. I'm in a really bad spot. And I'm spotted in my light tank. Okay, well... Oops, and now I bumped... Boy, do I suck. Sorry, buddy. Let me just try and shoot this gun. Okay, let's aim this. And... Whoa, ho, ho. Well... 0.36. Yeah, 0.36. It's a much better dispersion on this thing. Let's take a shot here. Okay, come on. Okay, now we're talking. Now we've hit someone. But you know, in all seriousness, it's hard to tell from watching a replay. I'm just going to give you my opinion of what it feels like because I've just played one game in each of these, and 3-skill crew in both tanks, consumables in both tanks, right? The gunnery skills in both tanks. This German gun stats are far superior. Better dispersion stat, better aiming stat, but it feels potato compared to the Russian one. And like the aiming, this 2.2 second aiming time, it just feels like it takes twice as long to aim this thing compared to the LTG, which has a longer aim time and worse dispersion stats. Now, granted, I am playing like shit in this game compared to the other game. And did you notice I'm not top tier in the first game? That's another thing. But it's just... Okay, I'm aiming. boy, they just, like, it doesn't fucking shoot where you're aiming. It disperses more. It just feels that way. I've only taken 4 or 5 shots so far, and it just feels like it takes twice as long to aim, and it feels like the shot disperses more. And it's just a gut feel. It's not scientific, but you can tell. Okay, that was a good shot. It just feels that way. You can tell when you play a tank, just the handling, and this is all the soft stats, right? This tank has 0.36 dispersion. The Russian one has 0.4. This one has a shorter aim time, but it just feels like I'm aiming longer, and it feels like the shot doesn't go to the center. The Russian one, I aimed it. It aimed quickly, and the shot went bullseye at 400, 450 meters. It's just a gut feel. It's only one game, but boy, you know, anyone, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm going to play the Russian bias card again, but I'm not sure that it's Russian bias. I think it's more German unbiased. You know, couldn't even get any damage. Just rammed this fucking guy. What a shit game I played. But I always show you my first game, and look at that. That piece of shit game, third class mastery. Like, are you kidding? I did almost nothing. Hats off to the T71 that did great. A shit game. And I know you can't make conclusions just based on one game, but I always show you guys the first game and give you my gut feel. And it just, that tank felt just more sluggish and more, I don't know, it just felt more potato than the Russian one. But here's the American one, the T71 CM CD or whatever. And I think I've played like 3 or 4 games in this, and I played these 3 games back to back, you know, like boom, boom, boom. You can look at the post-game stats, the actual time of the game. They're consecutive games, and I just wanted to, you know, just get a feel which one kind of feels the best. And so far, hands down, the Russian one feels so much better than the Spic, but that's just one game. But just gut feel, the feeling you get when you play it is just, I don't know. But I'm gonna play a lot more games to give you a revised opinion. But it's so funny how the first impressions are almost always correct. You know, you roll out and once you got the thing fully upgraded, and remember, I've got a great crew in this one as well. 3-skill crew running Coca-Cola, you know, just top notch. The crew and the perks and everything cannot get any better in all 3 of these. And what am I doing in this game? I am just sitting here chilling. Waiting for my team to spot for me, but there's no one to be had here, so I'm gonna have to move. Usually there's some people that kind of try and scoot across here and you can get some shots, but it doesn't seem like there's anyone scooting anywhere here. Now I'll tell you, this one here feels right away, the driving feels fantastic. This feels like the kind of the best maneuverable tank for driving, the fastest, most nimble. It's probably got the best terrain resistance. I haven't checked that, but it feels the best. And so far I am doing nothing. So let me just go somewhere else and take some shots. Let's go here. Now this is the cousin of the T71 with the autoloader. This is just the version without the autoloader. But the reload is so fast that I believe this one is better than the one with the autoloader. The autoloader, you're helpless so long during your reload, and this thing, well, it doesn't have the burst damage of the autoloader, but you're not helpless during your long reloads. And if you notice that, I mucked up most of my shots there. I only hit 1. So again, I am sucking, but I got some spotting assist because I was close to this guy. And let's move. Someone's pigging me. I guess they want me to know where I am. I'm going to move around here and flank because I noticed my team has moved up on that side, and I noticed most of the enemies are down in the southeast. Okay, so let's try and shoot this gun and actually take some decent shots here. And how does this? This one seems to be aiming pretty good. And look at that bullseye, right? Exactly where I aimed. Let's flash the gun stats for this thing. Now this one is kind of in between, 0.38 dispersion, but the best aim time, 1.9, 145 pen and 150 damage. Pretty fast reload too, 13.3 shots per minute. The key thing here is the aim time, 1.9 seconds. which is the best, which gives you the feeling that this thing is pretty accurate because you don't have to sit there and aim for a long time, especially with the penalties involved when you're moving, when you're traversing, when your turret's moving, there's penalties. So your 1.9 second aim time sometimes can be a lot higher than 1.9 seconds. The German one, the 2.2 second aim time could end up feeling like 5 seconds if you're moving or traversing, you know, with all the secret soft stats. And now, what the hell is this Muppet doing? Is he AFK? Like, where the hell did he go, by the way? There he is. I am just hitting him over and over again, and he is not... And how the hell did I miss? Like, do I suck that badly that I cannot hit a stationary tank? I should probably just auto-lock on this guy and roll back and forth, but... Well, I guess when you're blessed with enemy Muppets, you know, you can have pretty good games. What the hell was that? What was it? That was not skill, guys. In fact, I played that like horribly. Somehow I got hit by him. I don't know. He didn't shoot, and I shot him 12 times. Enough said. And now I've loaded a heat shell because I noticed on the enemy team there is a Maubrecker. Anyone stupid enough to buy a Maubrecker should expect to have heat shot at him. That's what you want to do, is you want to buy a tier 8 premium tank so everyone can shoot you with the premium ammo. But it looks like I'm going to bounce on a Lorraine instead with my heat. And I don't know if I made that shot. We'll check in the post-game stats. Okay, so what do I do now? There's only 3 enemies, but I want to get some more damage. That Maubrecker, it looks like he's determined to go towards the base. So let me try and get some shots on him. But I don't want to get clipped by the Lorraine. So I'm just going to pull up over here and do the little reverse poke. If I turn around here, when that Maubrecker drives towards the cap, I'll be able to shoot him. But what's going on? It looks like they've stopped there, so this is not going to work. Let me just go get these guys and forget the heat. Let me switch back to regular ammo because I think I'm going to try and get that Lorraine out first. Let's get the Lorraine first. Wait. Let's get the T150 first. Let me see the side of your turret. And wow, that's exactly, boom, right on the money. Great shot. I'm liking the feel of this gun. I'm liking the feel of this thing, the way it drives around. This one feels great. Oh, you sneaky little Lorraine. Let me shoot you up the ass. Can I shoot you up the ass? Let's auto-lock on you and just shoot you. Oh, yeah. Okay. You know what? Gut feel? This gun feels good. This tank feels good the way it moves. Everything feels good about this thing. I think this one, if I have to rank them, this one to me feels like the most fun to play. And, oh, wait a minute. Let's do this here. Let's take the jump shot on you. Oh, we bounced. Let's shoot you in the side. Let's shoot the Maubrecker in the side. Just regular ammo. I'm not going to load heat. I'm not going to load heat. Let's shoot you in the side and take you out. Oh, that one didn't penetrate. I guess that's why people load heat. Let's just shoot in the back of the turret. Ole! All right, let's look at the post-game stats for this victory, and then I'll give you my no bullshit opinion on the 3 of them here. Oh, yeah, victory. First class. Not bad. And, yeah, pretty good, you know. And made some credits because I only shot those 2 heat shells. So the 3 of them, I think this one feels like the most fun because I like the way it feels driving and the fast aim time. But I think the Russian one is probably the best out of the 3. It's just lower profile, more sleek, probably harder to hit. Both the American and the German one, I mean, they almost look like potatoes. The German one looks and feels like a potato. Both the Russian and the American one, the guns feel great, even though the stats are very different. The Russian has the worst gun stats, but the gun felt fantastic. The American gun feels fantastic with that fast aim time. The German gun just feels like a horrid potato. I don't know. It's a German unbiased. Is that what it is? But that's my no bullshit opinion. I'd have to pick the American one for fun, the Russian one for best out of the 3, and the German one is the potato. But that's just first impressions and gut feel. We'll look at the stats after I've played a bunch of games in these things. But it's always fun to just play the same tier back-to-back of different nations just to feel the difference.